Welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be featuring Pidgeot, we got Cobalion, and Jellicent. Let's see if this team has good synergy. We're going to be starting off with the Cobalion. Great lead here. Oh, even better lead here. Our opponent has lagged out, but kudos to our opponent for using... Oh, there they come back. Kudos to our opponent for using a Shadow Ultra League Lapras. I like it. I like the spice. This is going to be a big Sacred Sword here. They are so tanky still as an Ultra League. They didn't even shield that. That's how insane that was. They're going to throw a little Tickle Surf. We are able to take it down. Let's see what they have in the back here. Obviously, we have a huge advantage. Okay, they decided to come in with the Cresselia. So Cresselia here, we're good staying in here because we don't want to switch into our Jellicent against it because they can get to those grass knots quickly. We are going to go into the Pidgeot to force out some kind of switch out. Indeed, that's what they do. It looks like Dragon Breath Giratina and with Ancient Power. So the switch out was questionable now. We have a questionable switch out. However, we are going to be able to, or we're going to try to get to 2 Brave Birds here. One Brave Bird goes through, does a huge chunk of damage. The next Brave Bird gets to go through. This is either going to get a shield or they're going to have to get KO'd. They decided to let it go, so they also were banking us throwing a bait there. So now they only have Cresselia. Here, we're going to probably try to get them to use a bunch of energy on our Cobalion here. It had a ton of energy. We try to catch a move. We do catch something. Is it going to be the Moonblast? Okay, so we rather have caught a Moonblast than a Grass Knot because the Grass Knot is super effective. The Moonblast is just neutral. So this is most likely a Grass Knot, which indeed it is. That Grass Knot, did a good chunk of damage. Oh, right there, we were trying to throw optimal timing, and they were able to get to another Grass Knot. So now here we just throw one fast move, and then we just use a charge move. Let's see if we force a shield out of them, because they only have one Pokemon left. This has got to be a shield, right? Makes sense. And at this point, because we got that shield, I think the strategy here is just to go Surfs, because the Hexes plus these Surfs, even if they called that bait there, it would have been enough chip damage. This one is GG's. They did lag, so this is... Let me think. They had Shadow Lapras paired with Dragon Breath Giratina and Cresselia. So 2 super tanks in the back protecting the Lapras. It makes sense. And they had a BB team. Well, we had a really good lead. So if they had switched out into Cresselia, we probably would have thrown a move with our Cobalion and then switched out into the Pidgeot to maintain alignment. So I think it still would have played out the same. Maybe they would have had a chance if they called some kind of bait from us later on. But it's just one of those games where we're just gonna hypothesizing. Anyways, here we go. This is a very bait dependent matchup here. We both get to the move at the same time, but the Charizard, we're gonna allow it to get to a move first because we want potentially to get an extra fast move in. So we're gonna throw this bait here. We do get the shield because they are aware that Cobalions can know Stone Edge. Let's see. Are we going to call a bait here? Nope. We shield this Blast Burn here. And now we have a decision to make. Are we going to go for the Stone Edge or are we going to go for the double bait? Because the Charizard's biggest damage is the charge move. It's not really the fast move here. So we do get the second shield here, which allows us to get to the Stone Edge and KO this Charizard really easily here. This Charizard is going to go boom! Goodbye. And we are met with a Swampert. The Swampert, we're going to switch out immediately because we technically have 2 things good against the Swampert. So we force out another shield, or we force out another Pokemon, and they reveal that they have Wall Ring, so they have double water in the back. This Jellicent that I have here is going to be able to tank any move that they're going to throw at us. So they're kind of weak to Jellicent in the back. We're going to try to throw this Shadow Ball on good timing. This Shadow Ball is going to do a good chunk of damage. If it doesn't KO, we're going to try to farm it down. It does KO, and then now here it's just a matter of getting to these chip damage. This server is going to chip away. It's definitely going to force them to use energy, because they cannot afford to let this Jellicent do any more damage without seeing whatever's in the back. I'm curious to see if they're going to go for Earthquake here. Okay, so they're going to go for the Earthquake using all of their energy, and then unfortunately for them, we have a Pidgeot. There's no move Swampert has that can one-hit KO the Pidgeot, so we're going to be able to get to this Brave Bird and then GG's. Yeah, even 2 Hydro Cannons wouldn't take out this Pidgeot. So this Brave Bird is going to be able to KO. GG's to our opponent. We just had a better backline. I guess the whole game was dependent on the lead, because their Charizard could have potentially taken out that Cobalion, but we were able to bait them twice and have them go down 2 shields early on, just like ourselves. All right, and let's see what we have on the next one here. Jair? They're going to lead Cresselia. Okay. Let's see what we do here. We immediately switch out into the Jellicent here. We're going to try to get an energy advantage, but we get hard countered. We kind of get hard countered here in the back. This Jellicent is going to be met with an Ultra League Drapion, Shadow Drapion at that. I wish that I had one of these, but unfortunately, I don't have a Shadow one, and I don't have enough XLs to build this Shadow Drapion. I do want to make one, because this thing gets to these moves really fast. These crunches come in waves very quickly, and obviously the Jellicent can only throw Surfs, which is only going to tickle. It's only going to tickle this Ultra League Drapion. So I don't think there's any point in shielding here. We're just going to let it go, because they are able to outpace us to these crunches, and we're barely doing any fast move pressure. So we're kind of left with this situation. So far, we haven't had any wiggle room, and we're just going to allow them to throw whatever move this is. So they were running the Aqua Tail Crunch version. So here the idea is just to farm it down, and then hope that what's in the back is also weak to the Pidgeots. But this is so far it's a hard counter team. The Cresselia, even though it's only doing like neutral, their fast moves are still kind of adding up. All right, and then we just throw this Stone Edge chip damage here, and then we're probably going to switch out, and let's see what's in the back here. Okay, we don't switch out here. Okay, I guess we're trying to tank a move and then switch out. No, we're shielding. Okay, we're trying to win this. We're trying to win this matchup here. We're trying to Stone Edge this Cresselia down before they get to all these Moon Blasts apparently. And we're down to, oh, we try to catch a move. All right, so we were trying to be tricky with it. We were trying to catch moves. We were trying to make plays. They go for the Grass Knot here, anticipating a switch. That was such a 5-head play right there. That was such a 5-head play. They knew that we were trying to catch, so they threw the anticipated Grass Knot. There we finally catch it. Okay, and this is interesting. A Shadow Swampert in the back with 2 shields. That's kind of a problem. Look how much damage that Hydro Cannon just did. We're definitely not going to be able to tank another one, so we're trying to throw on optimal timing here. This is probably going to get a shield. Yep. Okay, and now we have a decision. Are we going to try are we trying to use our last shield here? The answer is yes. We want this last shield down. Okay. And we actually miscounted right there, and they're able to get to their last Hydro, so we're in big trouble here. Our plan went to waste. We didn't even get the second shield. Otherwise, we might have had a chance, because then there would have been double debuff right there. But they don't even shield, so this is one of those games where We had to do everything possible just to potentially win the game, but there was just no way. They ended up with 2 shields with Swampert in the back. It's just very powerful against everything. Okay, so this is gonna be an L, unfortunately. Maybe if we had. Oh wait. Okay, well, now I'm thinking that Cresselia was only running Grass Knot. Maybe, I don't know. Did they ever reveal that they have a Grass Knot? Did they ever reveal they didn't have only Grass Knot? I guess they didn't. I guess that was only a 1-move Cresselia. All right, here we go. Very bad for our backline. This Galvantch is really good against our backline. Decent against our Cobalion here. We're gonna have to do some tricky plays. They go for the discharge here. Luckily, the Cobalion can survive it. Here we have to go for the bait. If we go for the Stone Edge here, they can always just 2 shield and win the lead. We do not want to see this Galvantch on the back with a shield advantage. So we go and we hope that they throw on bad timing. They go for the lunge here. Makes sense. But also we didn't want to actually shield that. However, because we have so much energy stored up here, we're going to throw Stone Edge and then threaten their second shield. Luckily, we were able to take it down. The Cobalion actually beat the Galvantch in the 1 shield scenario. So very good for us there. Very spicy team. Was that a Como-O? And then we have an Ultra League Alolan Ninetales. We have to get this Alolan Ninetales low. Here, we're just gonna tank any move. If it's Dazzling Gleam, it's Dazzling Gleam. Luckily, we're able to survive it. We do have a shield, so we're just trying to play optimal here. We go for another Shadow Ball here to potentially KO or get the last shield. We do get the Shadow Ball to get through. So now, okay, I was gonna say, are we gonna be allowed to get to another Shadow Ball? So we force them to use energy. I believe it's gonna be Dragon Claw. It ends up being the Dragon Claw. This Como-O is very cool. Unfortunately for them, we had a Pidgeot in the back, so GG's to our opponent right there. We were able to squeak a win out of there. They were running some very spicy stuff. Big shout out to them for running that. I do not have an Ultra League Como-O, or at least a good one yet. Maybe in the future we'll be able to build one. Those are the 2 projects I'm working on in the future, is get an Ultra League Como-O and then an Ultra League, I don't know if it's regular or Shadow Drapion. All right, here, kind of a weird situation. This is actually running Gust. So this is not running your traditional wing attack. This Gust is doing some huge damage because it's doing these neutral Gust at our Cobalion because it's part fighting and steel type. So they go for the straight up. They go straight for the Brave Bird. Here, unfortunately for them, they switch out into their Buzzwole. This Buzzwole, I have a really good counter to, which is the Pidgeot. They go straight for the superpower. We're trying to throw on CMP. It looks like they went for the extra counter. We go for the Feather Dance here. This Feather Dance should be able to take it out because double weak to flying, and it's also debuffed. So lucky for us, we stored up just enough energy to be able to throw this Brave Bird at this Pidgeot. And GG's to our opponent right there. Check out this team. Let us know if you enjoyed it, and let us know if you're going to use it.